Good morning, y'all. This is Tammy Dunlap taking you on a little hike with me to the river that is a couple miles from my house. Well, rather, yeah, it is a river. Sometimes it dries up like a creek. But anyway, my house was intimidatingly quiet, and I really didn't like the idea of someone just hearing every word that I said to myself as I talked to the YouTube camera. So, look at that gorgeous tree. Thank you, God, for this beautiful place. So I decided, oh, hey, I'll go down to the river and visit. So, I am, for those of you who are not familiar with me, who don't know me, I am a writer, a blogger, a mother, a wife, a grandmother. Look at that. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And I blog for therapy and to put good in the world. And, YouTube is, for me, a bit more work. So I would say less for therapy and more to put positive into the world. So I'm going to speak and share from my heart with you about holding on to our peace in the holiday season. This is a time of year when, be it because of the haze of the fall climate in the sky, or because of revisiting or haunting disappointments and hurts, we can battle the blues. Okay, so Thanksgiving is approaching, and hopefully we're all looking forward to that for different reasons, different ways. But a friend and I were recently chatting about basically battling the blues, and she's a Christian, I'm a Christian. We did what we're supposed to do, and we lifted one another up. So I want to offer some of that lifting up to you. Ultimately, we both decided, we recognized and acknowledged that the great challenge is that we must look at our glass half full rather than half empty. Now, this is a life principle that hopefully you've heard about. I'm telling you, it absolutely takes practice. And some of us, we have to remind ourselves of that over and over and over again. And it's a good thing if you can remind yourself of that and have a friend to remind you of that. So I wanted to give you perhaps some practical tools. There is, let's see, my verses that I wrote down. Doing my paper with my mouth. Philippians 4, verse 8 are our instructions from the Bible. Whatsoever things are pure, lovely, virtuous, or of good report, think on those things. So something that my friend and I agreed on is that even though we both absolutely have regretful circumstances or situations in our life, we both have, I would say for myself, some regretful circumstances with some family members, some relationships that haven't gone the way I wanted them to go. And maybe around this time of year it can hurt more. But we also both agreed that the flip side of that is that though we have had some disappointments and some things that have gone not the way we want them to go, that we have also had some wonderful surprises, some wonderful blessings along the way. For example, I have lost loved ones, but also I have, little, well, wonderful surprises in my life, like the next generation. The generation that I have watched grow up can now come back and is absolutely a blessing in my life, and that replaces the loss of people that have gone on before. So let's look for those blessings. Let's look for the things that okay, now see, I've turned the camera on me and I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm going to let you look at me, maybe, hopefully, probably, while I walk to another pretty place that I'm going to show you. Anyway, it's just our challenge to look for the positive, and think on the positive and talk about the positive. And what is my other scripture? You see, I'm manipulating my papers with one hand because I do my own filming. Aren't I super cool? Oh, okay. Acts 2:11 I thought is cool and relates to this. It says, speak in our tongues the wonderful works of God. Now, you know, in all honesty, that can be interpreted in different directions, but because in the Old Testament, it also says for us to tell the generations of his works, then that is a good thing to do. So when your mind starts to think on the negative, just turn to the positive. If you know the Lord, dwell on what he has done for you. If you do not know the Lord, I invite you to reach out to a church near you. Reach out to someone that you know is a Christian. You may also learn about the Christian journey from my blogs, Grandma Mary Martha, and Telling Hearts, which is a collaborative blog in which you can hear about or read about the Christian life from, a little more than a handful of Christian sisters. So, blessed that you could visit me today, and I invite you to think on the positive, and I assure you that you can get through the holidays with a smile. I'm going to make some videos and some blog posts coming soon about how specifically to anticipate and get through the family gatherings when you might be getting together with someone that you're not really looking forward to getting together with, but you can be a representation of peace and light, and that is supposed to be the goal for Christians as ambassadors for Christ. So thanks for visiting me. Also, later coming, I'm going to do some blog posts on don't get into the gift-giving frenzy. Okay, some people love that and enjoy that. I think of myself as a frugal, crafty Christian hippie, and I'm not so much into the gift-giving frenzy. So thanks for visiting, and God bless you this Thanksgiving and Christmas season. Bye.